Yo, I got to remind you that most people are tired after work. So, how are you going to build something after work if you're tired? I do not know, right? And if you're tired, maybe you are tired. But here's one thing that I keep seeing, right? A lot of times we're not exhausted, we're just scattered. Like we get home, our brain downloads, and 30 things come to mind. I need to go to the gym. I'm hungry. I need to start this business. I need to follow up on the emails from when I left work. I need to prepare for tomorrow's work day. um, how do I create this business? I need to watch this YouTube video about how to start the business. I need to rebrand my business. I need to go to a networking event. All of this stuff comes into your head at the same time and it drains your energy. And split energy feels like fatigue, right? You got to remember that when your energy starts splitting, slow down because you will feel tired even when you're not. So that's why you see some of these business people wear the same thing every day or do the same routine every day, eat the same thing every day because split energy feels like fatigue. So they reduce the amount of decisions they have to make so that when it comes to really important decisions, they have that energy, right? So, you got to think when you work a full time job and then try to build something after 5 p.m., you don't necessarily have unlimited time and unlimited focus, right? You have a narrow window. And that window needs direction, right? So the people I've seen who've made steady progress usually simplify everything. One business, they got one offer, they got one skill, they got one lane, and they just gonna do that over and over again. They don't chase every opportunity. They don't peek over the fence every time they think this is a space that they can win in, or this is a space I can make some quick money. They don't pivot every week. They just rinse and repeat. My boring success. They rinse and repeat. So you got to remember energy is important, right? And repetition is a lot easier than constant reinvention and spreading your energy. So sometimes we think that we need more motivation, but nah, not really. And you don't need more time. You don't need a better morning routine. You just need fewer directions, less noise. Yeah, less time in your head spinning your wheels, you know what I'm saying? Less starting over. If you're building work after work, you gotta know exactly what you're doing. And if you're feeling drained, it's not because you're incapable, it's just because you're carrying too many things, and you gotta stop doing that because that feels productive. Like, thinking about all the things you're thinking about feels like you're getting somewhere. Because then you do 2 of the 10 things, but the problem is all 10 of those things weren't supposed to be important anyway. So you should have done none of those things and did the one thing that you committed to, that you said you were gonna do, and that's build your business after work, right? Because focus will always be lighter than chaos, and remember, you don't need more hours. You just got to have fewer priorities. And this is kind of like just a straight shooter thing because I keep doing this. So this is even me talking to myself, right? Like I carry too many things. I'm not tired. I'm distracted. I have no direction. And then boring feels boring to me. And when I feel bored, my mind scatters, my energy scatters, and then I feel exhausted. And I blame it on being bored. And then I look up and see my checklist of plenty of things unanswered, and plenty of things and opportunities where I had chances to complete things that would get me further. I'm stuck because I didn't do them when I had the chance to do them. I just let my energy scatter, and the next thing you know, I'm watching TV or eating snacks until my body's tired and I go to sleep. Then I wake up the next day and you do that 5 days in a row and you look up the weekends here. Now your weekend's packed. Say you'll come back to it during the week next week. Next thing you know, you're a month out, a year out. That's the cycle. So be careful about that, man. Preserve your energy, create fewer opportunities in your head, directionally correct when you're working on building work after work. Keep it boring. Keep it successful. Peace.